It makes sense, right? Look at me. But don't half make things harder. Oh. Hello and welcome back to another video, or welcome if you are new. My name is Nicola and I have a small home fragrance business that I run from home in my kitchen with a toddler and a baby, and it's chaos, but I'm doing my best. I've just got back from, well, I say just a few days ago, got back from our little break, which was really lovely, really needed, but now everybody's ill. Except me. I'm not ill. Everybody's come down with just a cold, nothing major, but it's scuppered things a little bit. I was hoping to get back and launch back into some sort of plan. This has not happened, but it's okay, I think. I have a few things to do, really. My main concern is that I've got markets coming up now that I have sort of prepped for, actually, so it's not the end of the world that things might be a little bit slow, but I have got a little bit of restocking to do, and we are, I'm out of breath, it's not a good sign. We are going away again, not as fancy as it sounds, but we're not here before my next market. So literally we come back on the Friday, and on the Sunday I've got a market. So I have got a Saturday, but I'm probably gonna be unpacking and doing normal life things. So ideally I would like to be ready for the market before we go. Best laid plans. So that's really what I'm just trying to do, is just to try and get back into the swing of things, restock. I did order a few bits for new market display, nothing major, just a few stands, little cloth and things like that. And before I went, I did buy some furniture paint to repaint my shelves. This has not yet happened. Obviously, I've not been here. Whether it happens before the market, I mean, it's not a long job, is it? Let's be honest, but I don't know if I've got it in me. So we'll see how that goes. It would be nice, but it's not the end of the world. I can still go to a market. Stock is more important than a painted shelf, I think. So that's where we are. I'm just gonna do what I can, to be honest. The first thing that's gonna perk me up and get me going is something arrived for me while I was away. It's got a little bit of a story. Let me backtrack. Basically, I think it was actually my first ever craft and fleece. So we're talking a couple of years ago, and there was a stall there called the Little Felt Emporium, and they had felt things, obviously, and they had some key rings, and there was a chicken and a mole. And I walked around at the beginning and I was like, oh, I really like those chickens, and I really like that mole. First ever craft and fleece, so I was very much not out of my depth, but imposter syndrome set in full steam ahead. So I got through the day. During this day I had decided that I needed that mole, but the day went so quickly, we finished, I didn't get the mole. But that's okay. I started following them on social media, and they hadn't got them online, actually. I don't know if it was because of the time of year. I feel like maybe it was going into autumn, so they'd got pumpkins and ghosts and things like that. So I was like, well, that's fine. I'll just wait till the new year, or a non-seasonal time. I'm sure the mole will be back. The mole was never back. And I saw them again at another event, and they still didn't have the mole. They had moles. They had moles that sit, but not a keyring mole. Usually you go around these things either before it starts or at the end, and everyone else has got the same idea. So the mole wasn't there again. Long story short, time went on. It's now been it's got to be 2-3 years. Got to be 2 years. And I was at Swindon recently at another market, and they were there, and they still didn't have the moles. But this time I remembered. So I spoke to them, and she was so lovely, and she actually offered to make me a mole there and then, but she hadn't got any eyes. She did offer to take the eyes out of another keyring animal. So hadn't got it in me to let her start destroying the eyes of other creatures. So I said I'll pop a message online, and here we are. Very long-winded story. Basically, it's arrived, and I could not be more excited. I saved this, so we have been back a few days, and I haven't opened it. I have just cut it, not very well. Really not very well. What did I use? Oh, it's just that bit. Okay. Crikey. Do I need to go into it then? Or can I break it? My goodness, this is some industrial strip. Right, there we go. Oh. Oh, welcome. Oh, this is just everything. There's everything I needed it to be. So sweet. I just can't. Okay. Let me see if I can. If I do that. Oh my goodness me. Is that not the cutest thing? Very happy. So that has very much started me off on a good foot today. So regardless of whether I get anything else done, which is honestly looking very unlikely right now, at least I've got my mole. But in all seriousness, I do need to try and do some stuff. I've also got, I think I mentioned before, I did get a little bit distracted by fragrance oils when I was supposed to be doing other admin, and I did order some stuff to potentially do a summer collection. I know I said I wasn't going to do any new collections, but if the inspiration hits, what are you going to do? And they've arrived. So I have got a batch of candles to make. Honestly, it's kind of back stock at this point. I just want to be prepared. But while I'm doing that, it makes sense, right? To have a little go. So I might do that. And then the main thing I need to do, and that I do need to do, is brand all my jars. I have white jars, 2 boxes of white jars to be precise, that are in the box next to me. And I think, honestly, it's been a minute since I ordered these. I think I've also got a decent amount of diffuser bottles now. So they are different shapes to the previous one, so I do need to re-photograph everything, but that kind of works because if I do the summer collection, I'll also need to photograph that. So here's me planning a photography session, hour, half an hour. We'll see, hopefully, but I definitely do need to brand some jars ASAP, really. And then in theory, I'm technically okay. I can get by to the market, I think. But this video will be done, uploaded before I go away. So I'll know by the end of this video whether I have achieved my goal. So let's stop waffling and just get on with it. Ooh. Hello. So I also got ill. I obviously waited till everybody else felt better to trick myself into thinking that we were all past it. I thought that was the right thing to do, and then I got ill. I say I got ill, but I'm sure anyone else who has children knows that you can't really be ill if you have children. There's no time to be ill. You just have to, yeah. But I'm okay. It is just a cold, but enough make things harder, doesn't it? So I've got my hug hoodie on because I need a hug, although I am actually getting a little bit too hot now, but we're here. I made it to almost to the break. We are going in a couple of days and I'm not far off, to be honest. I did make candles, as you saw. I did make my new candles, so I thought we could discuss them together. This is as far as they've got. They haven't actually been finished, but the colours are there, the fragrance is there. I just need to finish it and test it, and all being well, hopefully, maybe in the next video, they might get photographed and ready to go, but we'll see. Aside from that, I'm pretty much there, to be honest. It would have been nice to have got some extra things done. I forgot to mention at the start of this video that I did also have the eHearts online market smack bang in the middle of all this, which when it's an online market, I sort of not forget about it, but because I haven't got to go anywhere, I don't really need to prep anything. So yeah, I don't know, but obviously with all the illnesses and stuff, look at me. With all the stuff going on, I didn't get as involved as I would have liked to. I got involved enough to get a sense, it's the first time I've ever done it, so I got a good sense of like the community, and everyone was really lovely. There's a lot of sellers on there that I already know as well, and it was a great experience. I will definitely do another one. I definitely could have done more towards it. Yeah, so I will bear that in mind for the next one, but it's just, it is what it is. It's life balance. So before I wrap this up, let's talk about the new ones. So there is going to be, I do have my notes on here as to what they are, what I have combined. So start with the one that started it all, I suppose. So this, they don't have names yet. I'm not sure on that, but this is the first one. So this, honestly, I mean, I'm biased. Obviously, I'm going to like them all because I've made them and I wouldn't make them if I didn't like them. My baby monitors fell over. So this was the first one. And technically, jasmine, lily and orchid, apple, coconut and almond, apparently. I can't really smell. No, I can. They're giving it like a warmth. But yeah, so that the apple, almond and coconut, and then the floral. Honestly, it smells like, it just reminds me of Bum Bum Cream. Yes, Bum Bum Cream. I don't know if you know, you know. Bum Bum Cream is what I used after I gave birth to my baby girl. So yeah, once that inspiration hit, I was like, I need my whole house to smell like this. It just reminds me of her, and it's delicious. It's very, very summery. Obviously it isn't Bum Bum Cream. Disclaimer. Definitely got that vibe. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna call it as yet, and how I'm gonna list the scent notes. I guess apple, freesia and almond. So that's what started it, and then I went down a rabbit hole. Let's go with this one. So this is the more floral one. I don't usually do florals, so I say more floral. It's not floral. No, it is. Technically, again, mainly it is sugared violet, and that's probably why I like it, because it's like a sweet floral, but it's just delicious. It smells, yeah, if you're into if you're into florals, but you want something a bit more summery and a bit more tropical. Again, no idea what it's going to be called. Probably going to describe it as sugared violet because it sounds nice. Last but not least, now I actually was going for more of a teal colour for this. I quite like the blue. In my head it was going to be slightly more green, but I think it would have been too similar to my coconut and lime, or even my sage and sea salt. It might have been a bit too similar in colour to that. So yeah, I don't actually mind. It's just it's a happy accident, I think, and I know what I did, so I can definitely do it again. But this, so coconut is the main man, and orchid. So coffee machine just entered the chat. Finished. So coconut and orchid, and it's warm, and like you spent the day on a picnic blanket in the sun, come home, got a bit of glow, looking for some cozy vibes, but still warm, got breeze going through. Breeze might be a good name for a candle. Yeah, delicious. So 1, 2, and the main one, 3. And I have to say I needed these. I haven't been feeling it. I lost my mojo a little bit. I don't know if it's just because we all got a bit poorly, but it might have been being away and not working, but not having to think about work and just be like fully present. It was, I don't think I realised how much I needed that. And coming back, it sounds very dramatic, I don't mean it like that, but when obviously we've come back, back to normal, and actually just wanted to get the house reset and get myself sorted. And yeah, I don't know, I just haven't been really feeling it, to be honest. But then I made these and it reminded me why I do what I do, and these make me very happy. So initially I thought that May was far too late for a summer collection, so why even bother? But then I remembered that there's May, June, July and August at least. So plenty of time. I am really interested to see what these are going to be like in room sprays and diffusers. It's all ordered, everything's ordered, ready to make the full collection. I don't think at this point it's going to be here and well, no. I don't think it's not going to be ready for the market. I'm not here, so, but maybe the next one, I have got another one at the end of the month, and I've got my local one as well. So hopefully by then it should all be sorted. If nothing else, it will be online at some point this month. Yeah, very excited about that. Needed to feel inspired and get a bit of spark back. I am going to finish up doing my jars and then get ready to go away again, to be honest. I don't know if my display items will arrive in time for that market. I'd like to think they would. If they don't, then when they arrive I will open everything properly and film it all and everything like that. If they do, obviously it's going to be a bit mad rush, so I might just show you there. But either way, we will get by. This is exactly what I mean when I say it's chaos. I'm sure, I know I'm not the only one. It is not perfect. It's never going to be perfect. I know I should use my planner. People have said to me, use your planner. I have my planners sat behind me looking really pretty and not using them because in my mind I don't have time to sit and use a planner. But then if I made the time to use the planner, I'd probably have more time to use the planner. So what am I saying? Yeah, I'm going to crack on for now, have another little break, regroup again, and I'm excited to get started on this summer collection when I get back and finding my mojo a little bit, get my spark back. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I do feel like things are a little bit all over the place at the moment in these videos, so thank you for bearing with me. I'm pretty sure every little change that I'm making while I figure all this out is only for the better and will help things run a lot smoother and help me be a lot less chaotic. I will leave it there for today and I will see you in the next one. Bye.